I want to start off by talking about what happened this past Monday night. Um, Jerry King Lawler suffered a heart attack while commentating during this past Monday's broadcast of Monday Night Raw in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Uh, we hope Jerry makes a full recovery and return to WWE in the near future. Our thoughts are with Jerry and his family. That was the statement from WWE on, I think, Monday, late Monday or Tuesday, during the tag team match between Kane, Daniel Bryan versus the Primetime Players on Raw. Viewers may have noticed members of the audience and WWE production team started towards the commentary booth, as well as the absence of Jerry King Lawler's voice. WWE.com learned that the WWE Hall of Famer collapsed at the announcer's table and was tended to the locker room area by WWE medical staff. Lawler was then taken from the arena to a medical facility in Montreal. And now for the latest update, and I'm just reading this off of WWE's website. As of today, September 13th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pat Patterson, WWE Hall of Famer, visited Jerry's hospital room in Montreal and noted that his fellow WWE Hall of Famer looks very, very good. Patterson told WWE.com, and I quote, "When I walked in there and he saw me in the window, he had a big smile on his face. He was very happy." Patterson, noting that although Lawler has little memory of what occurred this past Monday night, the King's outlook is incredibly positive. One of the doctors came by and wanted to take him to a different room for tests. Jerry had no problem getting out of bed and getting into the wheelchair. His sense of humor is there. I made him laugh. He is doing very good. That is WWE Hall of Famer Pat Patterson. So as of right now, Jerry King Lawler health-wise is good. That is a sign of good news. Michael Cole did an interview on Fox and Friends. I think it was yesterday or the day before. He talked about the situation, and I'm just like a lot of people who watched it at home this past Monday night. I didn't know what happened. I had no clue. You know, I noticed that during the tag team match between Kane and Bryan versus Primetime Players, everybody in the audience, people were looking right at the announcer booth, and when the camera showed the announcer booth while the match was in progress, you noticed that Jerry wasn't talking, Michael wasn't talking, and Michael said that it's a good thing he got the button on mute. He didn't want the people that was watching from TV to hear what was going on. And the doctors, the ET, all came in there, checked on Jerry, and it's a good thing that they reacted quickly as possible. I mean, who knows if they didn't react quickly? Who knows if Jerry could have lost his life this past Monday night? I'm lost for words for what happened. And I know people don't like Michael Cole's character on television, but I think Michael Cole did a very good job given the circumstances that happened, and I would totally respect WWE's decision not doing commentary for the last hour to an hour and a half of Monday Night Raw, which is now 3 hours. Jerry King Lawler, and let's not forget, he's not an everyday wrestler anymore. He's not a weekly type of wrestler anymore. He's more of an announcer. He'll be wrestling often, once in a while, but not every week like everyone else in the locker room. But Jerry King Lawler earned his dues. He earned his spot as far as I'm concerned. Jerry King Lawler has been wrestling for nearly 4 decades, and he is 62 years old. Let me repeat that again. He is 62 years old, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and when Michael Cole was asked, do you think Jerry has been wrestling too long? He said, no. He feel like Jerry can still go. And let's not forget, 2 weeks prior, Jerry had a steel cage match against CM Punk. And then the Raw after that, he had a backstage brawl with CM Punk. And he was unable to do commentary for pretty much the rest of that show. And that attack took place before Raw even went on the air. And then Jerry Lawler this past Monday, prior to the collapse and the heart attack, he had a match against teaming up with Randy Orton and took on Dolph Ziggler and CM Punk. So you gotta wonder if what happened the week prior lead up to the collapse. You know, and like I just said, Jerry Lawler doesn't wrestle every week like everybody else does. And it was a surreal moment, no doubt about it. And we want to send our Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. We'd like to send our thoughts and prayers goes out to you, Jerry Lawler, and we wish you are in good health, get well soon. And you know, WWE did the best they could to keep the show rolling. It seemed like not a whole lot of people were, they just handled business as usual. But it must have been difficult for those wrestlers to go in and out and just go and keep the show rolling. But WWE, I think they did the best they could, and I will say it again, they handled that situation as good as they could. And there's no timetable for Jerry King Lawler's return, but it's pretty clear he's not going to be at Night of Champions. And I'm sure Michael Cole will give more update on that. Well, technically, that you can go to WWE.com and get the latest update, but I'm sure Michael Cole will talk a little bit more on it on SmackDown, and Josh Matthews will be there alongside with him. And now the question is, who's going to fill in for Jerry in his absence? I know a lot of people on Twitter land would like Jim Ross to do it, but Jim Ross, I believe, has had his share of health problems, and I think it's best for WWE to just pretty much go on with Josh Matthews. Let him be the guy filling in until further notice. I mean, you can't Booker T. He's doing general manager stuff for SmackDown, and you know it's pretty much down to Matthews, and